Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Louise. Thank you for watching and clicking on this video. What I thought I would do today is look at the Winsor Newton Cotman watercolours. Now, the thing is, I've been watercolouring, well, I haven't been watercolouring really on and off for years, but I've been buying watercolours. I have this set, which is mostly Winsor & Newton, a mixture of Cotman, professional watercolours and Daniel Smith. And I've also got Daniel Smith set, which is all professional. They only do professionals, don't they? They could bring out a student line, we'd all be laughing, wouldn't we? But I'm running low on some colours and I put 3 tubes of paint into my basket and it came to £70. And I was like, Louise, you do not need to be using professional watercolour paints. You're not selling them. So I thought, right, let's go back to Cotman. So this is my current watercolours that I have got. A lot of these are white watercolour. Does anybody ever use it? I don't think I've ever used it. I would normally use white gouache. So some of these are getting very low. So that's the Winsor & Newton Professional, which I'm sure is amazing. And that's the size of the Cotman one. So yeah, while I'm practicing, I thought Cotman will be perfect. And you know, I'm a little bit nostalgic about it. It reminds me of the 90s. It reminds me, I mean, they're cheap, but they are really good. It reminds me in the 90s, do you know when Channel 4 did lots of watercolour shows? They had Watercolor Challenge and they had Alwyn Crawshaw Learn to Watercolour Paint. In fact, I have got one of his books still. The Half-Hour Painter. Paint a successful landscape in 30 minutes. I don't think I've ever done that. Oh, it's actually, maybe my husband will blare out my maiden name and which school I went to, but this was a prize when I was at school in 1995. So it's a lovely book. And I used to love watching his show. Where's a picture of him? He's great. Do some googling this morning to see if he was still alive, and I think he is. He's 91. A legend. There we go. So that's when I first got into watercolours and then never used it for years. So yeah, I bought some extra ultramarine, lemon yellow hue, alizarin crimson, indigo. And the reason I bought indigo is because I'm doing these 100 paintings. Oh, I'm getting very distracted today. I'm doing the 100 mini paintings with Kristen Van Leven. And she uses indigo and I haven't got indigo, so I thought I'll make that palette in the Cotman. Ooh, we could do that today. Ooh, we'll see how we get on. So let's have a look. Ooh. Open it up. It is just, oh, it's lovely. I haven't opened them. Oops. Maybe we'll fast forward this next bit. Took a long time. What I am noticing is that maybe the little pans feel quite loose. Sure, I'll get used to that. I feel like the metal tins are a little bit tighter. I have a lovely little brush, which is cute. So let's swatch these out. And as we know, I am not a very neat swatcher. Oh, had to remember to be on in camera frame. Camera frame? Is that a phrase? It is now. So we have got lemon yellow hue. What makes it hue? Does that mean it doesn't, I don't know, have as much? That looks nice, doesn't it? Let's just out of interest. See, I'm getting distracted. Oh, I don't have a lemon yellow in Daniel Smith. I've only got Hansa. Have a look what's in this one. Winsor and Newton. How do you keep your lemon yellows clean? It's a nightmare. I don't think that's a professional one, but that looks... I really need to label my... It looks more orangey, doesn't it? That's going to really confuse me when I look back. So maybe that is a professional one. Oh dear. So Winsor & Newton. I'd have the tube, wouldn't I? I definitely haven't bought, unless it was in a little pan. Oh, is it on the pan? Oh. Yeah, I wish I'd looked before I'd washed the palette. Well, we'll come back to that. We don't know what that paint is. We've got Khadi yellow hue, and we'll put C for Cotman. Hopefully we'll remember that in 3 years' time. It's nice colour, isn't it? Oh, I've got distracted again. So I do have Daniel Smith Cad Yellow Medium. Not bad. Did I say red? I don't know. Both nice colours. Here's Cad Red. Pale hue. Cotman. So the Cotmans of that one. Oh, I love swatching. It's very relaxing, isn't it? Actually, when I record a YouTube video, I have music playing in my ear. I've got some gothic cello moody music on. It's nice. Oh, I've written that. What am I doing? Concentrate. Alizarin Crim. So these are all hues. So again, I'm not on watercolour paper, I'm just in the Khadi fat book. Ultramarine. The classic. Do go through a lot of ultramarine. Just seem quite pale, that one. And then we've got cerulean. Nice for a sky, isn't it? Viridian. Isn't that... Is it a horrible colour? On its own, yes. But I guess you could use it for mixing. But it isn't one I normally have in my palette. Sap green. I do always have a sap green as a... oh, what's the word? Convenience colour. And if you mix it with other things, it's lovely. Yellow ochre. That's not spelled right. Quite opaque, that looks good. Burnt sienna. Is that one. And burnt umber. Oh, I've got some water there. Oh, now my pen won't work. Oh, it's a disaster. Burnt umber. Oh, I like that. And white, which I'll probably take out of this palette. And why did I swatch that? Because you're not going to see it. And white. So that's the colours the set comes with. And I probably will mix them about and put new colours in. But for now, we'll keep that like that. Hello again, it's a different day. I got many interruptions yesterday after I started. I was like, oh, I've lost my flow now. So yesterday we swatched out some colours. That's all I got done yesterday. But some days are like that, aren't they? So I thought we'll do some colour mixing today. And we'll draw some pumpkins. I'm not really a fan of Halloween, but I love spooky things all year round. I've forgotten different shapes of pumpkins. So I'm just using my Khadi fat book. I think I said that yesterday, but yesterday feels like a long time ago now. And I'm using the Pigma Micron 08, which gives quite a thick line, but you can vary it. I'll try and fit in lots of different pumpkin shapes. Could do a biggish one here. Do a super round one. It is a funny shaped one. This is a nice way to warm up on a morning. I'll let them dry a little bit, and then I thought we'll do some mixing. You can't see my palette there, can you? I think we'll start with I am enjoying these Princeton Velvet Touch round brushes, size 6, and they weren't too expensive. So I think the thing that I'm finding a little bit tricky with watercolour is, well, water control, which I think is just going to have to be practice. And this paper does handle the water really different to, what's it called? Arches is what arches. Does anybody know how to say it? So we'll blob in some of the Cad red. So I've used so far a bit of lemon yellow, Cad yellow, and pale yellow, the Cad red pale. Quite like that. It's looking very pumpkin like. We'll use a little bit of the sap green. I'll put a little bit of the orange in just to calm it down. We'll darken that up with a bit of ultramarine. That's quite cute. For this one, I think we'll do it a bit different. We'll put water all over, and we'll put some yellow ochre, which is a good colour, isn't it? And we'll blob in. I'm also terrible for not leaving white space, which, well, it's the whole point, isn't it, of watercolour, really? So there's a bit of, I was complaining about Viridian yesterday, and now I'm using loads of it. I might come back and do the stalks afterwards. I'll try alizarin crimson. I've forgotten how to speak this morning. Didn't have the best night's sleep last night. Go for more dark pumpkin. Of course, your watercolours are going to dry much later. Make a light mixture. Got some pumpkins. Well, pumpkins, gourds. I've got get some quite light ones. I maybe should have got some reference photos, but I think that one's gone a bit too red. So this one I could use a bigger brush. I really like how that one's turned out, actually. I probably will let these dry and do a second layer. I might have put too much water on that one. So far, I'm absolutely loving the paint. Add in a little bit of burnt sienna. I think it's just going to be trial and error with watercolours, trying not to get stressed with it. Tell you one thing I do love so far about watercolours is it's very relaxing and also minimal mess, which I am in my living room, so I have to be quite conscious that we don't want to throw acrylic paint everywhere. Which is what I've spent a lot of the last few years doing, was more acrylic painting and more abstracts. But I'm finding I'm not coming to my desk, can't be bothered to get can't be bothered, that sounds terrible. I'm too tired sometimes to get all the paints out and the clean up, where watercolours, let's do 10 minutes, you get distracted, you can go back in 10 minutes and nothing's dried up, and it's lovely. You can just reactivate any paint. Ooh, we can always splatter, that's quite fun, isn't it? And I think for me, I want painting to be fun. So we'll let that dry and we'll come in and do the stalks. So again, a little blast with my hairdryer, which I was watching a YouTube tutorial. I've been watching so many YouTube tutorials about watercolour painting. And she said, never blast your watercolours with the hairdryer, which is nice in theory, but sometimes we just need to speed things up a little bit. Again, we're only practicing, so actually the video I was watching, I think it was I think it was Brenda, was it Svensson? I'll link it down below. It was good. She was doing florals and definitely a style of art that I love. She made it look very easy. Because this one's a light pumpkin, I think we'll put a really, really dark stem on it. So we'll put a bit of, I love the combination of burnt umber and ultramarine. Just does such a lovely dark grey colour. Use that one a lot. So maybe using slightly thicker paint now. A bit more depth. It's quite a funny pumpkin-y thing. Not sure that's a word. Still not liking this one so much. Try and bring some texture into it. Ooh, might gone a bit muddy there. So I think we'll give it another little dry and then see where we're at. Right, I think that's nearly dry. I'll add in a little bit of more dark. I don't really want, I want to keep them quite loose. So after saying I don't like Viridian green, I've used it quite a lot. I think as long as it's got something else mixed in with it, it's works quite well. Soften that edge a little bit. Definitely my least favourite. Probably should just leave it. That's quite a grim looking pumpkin. I'm not sure we should eat that one. But it's got a bit of character. This one I really like. I think I'm going to leave that one. But what to do? It's almost a dry brush to get a little bit of texture. I always like quite a bit of texture in my work. I think that's why I struggle with gouache. Often my gouache paintings can look a bit flat. leave that one. A few more spots and blobs on this one. Oh, I think that's made a nice warm up. So yes, what do I like about it? I like the looseness. I like the colours. So I think we've used a little bit of everything, apart from this lighter blue we didn't use, and the white, of course. I like splatters, looseness. Yeah. So my plan now is to do some on some in my sketchbook. This is normally where it goes a bit, I start to overthink as soon as I use any watercolour paper. So this is the Arches Watercolour Travel Journal, 100% cotton, cold press, £140, 300 grams. So I do love this paper. Let's just prop it up a little bit, make sure we're still in frame. Loose pumpkins. I think we might try and fit 3 on. So we'll do a tall one here. And we'll fit in a little one here. Give it a long stem maybe. Big, that one, isn't it? So we've got a roundish one, a tall one. Ooh, it's tempting. See, I just love, cannot not fill up a whole page. White space we're supposed to be leaving. Oh dear, never mind. My composition's gone a little bit crazy there, and I think we'll just fill it up now. Oh dear. Yep, we have filled up every inch of the page. Oh well. think what we'll do is I think I might pop you on time lapse and see how it turns out. That didn't quite go to plan. Definitely, actually I wrote some notes. I think I maybe went too big on these pumpkins, and I'm not sure my skills are quite up to working that large in watercolour yet. I think I went dark too quickly, so we totally lost the white areas in this pumpkin especially. So definitely overworked, not enough white space, and went too dark too quickly. So we've learned a lot. I'm really enjoying the paints, and I think what I might do is try and do another time lapse, but put that up as a separate video and just see if we can get them a bit lighter, more what, and maybe find a reference photo. I think might be a good idea, because I really don't like how this one turned out. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you found this interesting. As I say, it's not a tutorial, just me trying to find my way with my art. So thank you for watching. Bye.